this, well, I am the center. I'm only happy in the summer. The winner. Watch out now, come heavy water. It's high now, not going under. Oh, 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 not gonna let you go. Oh, 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 pay what you owe. Watch out now, come heavy water. Man, my mistake.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see this team's superstar wide receiver, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. The action is only moments away. Next on Madden NFL 25.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. So good to have you here with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson getting set for kickoff here. Greg, no matter how many ways we look at this game, it always comes down to one stat, doesn't it? How you take care of the ball.
Yeah, it's just so crazy, Mike, that every single week, no matter how complex these matchups get and how many factors there are to determining who wins and who loses any game in the NFL, at the top of the list, the most important metric that everybody studies, can you protect the ball on offense and can you take it away on defense? And I don't think today's matchup is any different.
All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time, their veteran quarterback.
Coming off a loss last time out, I think the number one goal today, Mike, is he needs to make a bigger impact on the outcome of today's game. Last week, he was not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it was really just a modest performance. He was okay. Well, okay at the quarterback position is not a winning formula week in and week out in the NFL. They need him to be a difference maker. They need him to be a dynamic playmaker. He's capable of all those things, and if we can get that level of play out of him today, I think they can expect a different result than last week.
And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly, and here comes third down. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Punt team out, ready to send this one away. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
When you take a quick look at the box score, you'd think, okay, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. They clearly won the game, but it wasn't the case. And what that tells me is they're just not getting enough contribution from the entire team. He had a really nice day. Some things that he still needs to clean up, but can they get better balance on the offensive side of the ball? And then, frankly, they need to make more plays on defense and get more contribution out of the special teams. This can't just be a team that puts all the pressure on the quarterback position and says, hey, go out every week and just win us the game by yourself.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They send the tight end in motion. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And he's going to take this one all the way. 75 yards. It's a touchdown. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
The extra point is good. And the visitors will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready now for their second drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Harris. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. He'll give it to Harris again. And he's going to take this past the 45. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, right back to Harris. He'll only be able to get the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Now this time, they'll look to throw. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
This pressure is relentless. They get him again.
I don't have any real advanced analysis for this one, Mike. I mean, I think the simplest way to categorize it is this possession has been a disaster.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. This is caught down that right sideline. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Try to pick this one up on the ground. They're going to bring him down to the 21, but they're also going to move the chains after that run. 1st down picked up on the ground. They'll look to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he'll be taken down. From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. One of the tight ends motions right. A run on 1st and goal. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 3. 3rd and goal. He'll try to run this one in. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down. So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. This about as short as you can get. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the visitors will extend to a 10-0 lead.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
The home team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That one is caught by Campbell. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8. On the handoff, here's Harris running right. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Take a look here at those receiving numbers from his game a week ago. So after 1, 10-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase 1st downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove. The key to this play, Mike, was defensively their ability to stretch this ball and make him go laterally. Anytime you could force the ball carrier to go sideways on 3rd and short, it gives your defenders time to rally, make the tackle for no gain, brings up 4th down.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we move into the 2nd half of the season, he continues to put up the big numbers. Currently the NFL's leader in passing as we play here in the month of November. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Mike, I have to be honest, when offenses come up with run-play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain. Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And now the punting unit will come on, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. That's taken in at the 50. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. He's got room at the 30. And he's going to be taken down.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up first downs without getting to third down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. But when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to third and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
He'll get this out wide. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the give, it's Harris. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Straight ahead, they go with Dillon.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
That is caught by the tight end. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And he's been as involved as anyone in the league in the middle part of the season, the NFL leader in receiving yards to this point. He'll look to throw. This one intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see. And it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum building.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
From the 6, here comes a return. Good return, but he pays the price at the end. Picked up and thrown down. The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. Look there. He comes into this week 2nd in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. Right back to the air following that pick 6. He'll get this one out to his fullback. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. And a first down.
This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
It's a gain of
Here's 1st and 10.
result is a first down.
They put a receiver in motion to the left. Handoff here, up the middle. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Up until that run, this first half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
They'll stay on the ground. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Now, faking the give. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the defense has it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. They'll run on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I will be right back after this. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? To the end zone. It's intercepted.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. That one knocked away and incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now a screen set up for Harris. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts.
Just a little slow developing on that screen play there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
They'll look to throw yet again. thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Now another timeout called by this offense. They have one remaining. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw again. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. This one complete to Campbell. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. So we have reached halftime, and it's a 4-point game. As we send you to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report. It's all yours, Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. From there, let's head off and check out a 2nd game. And you can see they are out in front in that one. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And as you see, they were winners in their ball game. 31-10 was the final score.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this 2nd half. Coming up. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open and electric throughout. Here's a run to begin this 3rd quarter. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Man in motion, heading left. Back to throw. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard. Sending a receiver right. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards results in a 1st down.
They'll motion a tight end right. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Motion man sent right. They'll throw out of the gun. To the right side here. Pass is caught. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. That's hauled in at the 2. he's in. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and through. And the visitors move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now this team's offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Dillon. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's caught by Dillon. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. From out of the gun, he'll throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield.
To the goal line and in. Point after try forthcoming. He knocks it through. And his guys move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, I think by now, Mike, we know where the biggest mismatch of this game has been. This defense is all over this passing game. Everywhere they look, they have defenders in the right spot. They've resulted now in 3 interceptions, all while forcing this offense to try to adjust their game plan on the fly.
This offense and their running back heading back on the field. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he'll take it on in.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Point after, coming up here. He gets it to go, and his guys will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. This team's offense ready to take over once again. Let's go back through their earlier possessions, and a lot of them, Greg, have ended with the defense going the other way.
And there's no greater indicator in the NFL of success in terms of wins and losses than the turnover battle. And we've seen so many statistics and charts. We can go on and on. The simplest way to say, if you protect the ball, your chance of winning goes up. If you don't protect the ball, your chance of winning goes down. So here they have 3 interceptions, losing fumbles. It's really been a meltdown by multiple guys all across this offense.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. He'll drop to throw. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now, this looks like a design run. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 3rd and 10. He'll send a tight end in motion right. Off play action. He'll Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. On fourth down, out comes the punter. And he's on to punt for just the second time in this game. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive with a run, and it's Dillon. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
Short pass taken in by the tight end.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Here comes 3rd and 6.
6 yards to go.
He'll look to throw. He's going to air this one out. That is brought in. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line.
When he continues to play at this level, Mike, it just makes this team so hard to beat. It's the combination of leading both long, sustained drives and then being able to strike in bunches. It puts so much pressure on these defenses, and with the way today's game has gone, doesn't look like he has any plans on slowing down.
They'll run with Dillon, and he will take this one across into the end zone. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Extra point attempt still to come. The kick is good. And his guys will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. He'll go right and find his running back.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Dillon. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. It's a run out of the gun. Here's Dillon.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, they'll call out the field goal unit. This from an even 50 yards out. His kick is good. And his guys will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you had things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
This will be returned from the 6. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. This offense making its way back on the field, led by their wide receiver. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And a first down.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
At the 42-yard line.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. Here's a toss as they look to run.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal. That is caught. Back corner of the end zone. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The extra point, up and good. And the visitors are able to cut into the deficit. Even with 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, they're going to try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
On 1st and 10, here's Dillon. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. It's another go with Dillon, and that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a 1st down. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Right back to Dillon. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A run with Dillon. And he'll be taken down. Now a 2nd timeout called by the defense. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. They'll run with Harris. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. They'll run it. It's Dillon. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll run. It's Dillon. And this time he's in. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
A safe kick taken at the 5. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. Now he'll air one out. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike. Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They get the victory away from home in the division. Those are so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time later in the season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.